Hi there, my name is Ali, and this is the second in a series of videos that I am producing to provide some of my solutions to some common everyday problems that all of us face. So, if there's any problems that you would like my solutions to, then please share your issues in the comment section below. Anger is something that all of us encounter every day. When we come across something that triggers our anger, we become overcome with emotion. A sense of fury and frustration boils within us, and we feel as if we're about to explode. In this phase, we can end up saying and doing things that we really regret. When I was younger, I had some real anger management issues. Small, petty issues would become colossal conflicts because of the fact that I lacked self-control and that I lacked anger management. However, over the past few years, I've managed to overcome this issue, and I'm now able to control my anger a lot better than before. In this video, I will be sharing 5 tips that have really helped me to control my anger, and that have saved me from the plethora of issues, troubles, and regrets that I would have had otherwise. Tip 1. Recognize that you're angry. It may seem obvious, but recognizing the fact that you're angry is the crucial first step that is required to managing it. It may be easy to just brush off the fact that we're angry, or even deny it completely. However, realizing that you're angry and admitting to it opens the door to conscious decision making and constructive change. By doing this, you allow yourself to take control of your emotions. Take a moment to pause and take note in the changing of your bodily sensations. Notice the increasing of your heartbeat. Notice the tensing of your muscles. Notice the increasing of your temperature and the change of your emotional state. By doing this, you put yourself in the right position to allow your reason to take over your emotional state. Tip 2. Consider whether your bodily state is the reason for your anger. When I was younger, whenever I was hungry, I used to get into small petty arguments with people all the time. However, after I had eaten, my anger would just magically go away. Our bodily state greatly influences our emotional state. If you find yourself in a conflict or a disagreement, or an argument with someone, or someone is really triggering you, take a step back to pause and ask yourself, am I feeling hungry? Did I sleep well last night? Have I just had a long day? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then that's likely why you're feeling angry in the first place. In this case, let the other person know that these extenuating circumstances are probably the reason that you're going to be more irritable than usual. By making the other parties aware of this, they'll likely be more understanding of your situation and more patient with you. Not only that, but they'll recognize that the reason that you're angry isn't due to them, so they won't be personally offended if you're accidentally more rude or irritable than usual. Moreover, by doing this, you make yourself aware that actually you're the problem, not them, so your anger isn't directed to that person. Tip 3. Try not to take what the other person is saying personally, and consider whether they're actually right. In the heat of an argument or a disagreement, it's easy to be offended or insulted by what another person is saying. However, it's essential to pause, take a step back, and reflect on what they're saying. Is there any truth behind it? Oftentimes, we put our egos first, and when someone criticizes our ideas or our behaviors, we see it as a criticism of our own selves. Try to take a step back and get a broader perspective. Consider, maybe they're right. Maybe they're saying something I haven't thought of. Maybe their criticism comes from a place of care instead of a place of insult. By doing this and looking at the situation with a more compassionate perspective, we look at the message instead of the messenger. And we look at the criticism instead of seeing ourselves as being criticized. By getting our emotions out of the way, we can help to resolve the situation and learn from it instead of taking everything personally. Of course, this is a lot easier said than done, but with patience, self-control, and time, we can get there. Tip 4. If the other person is being difficult, recognize that the problem is with them, not with you. Sometimes in life, we can come across people who seem just hell-bent in creating life as difficult and frustrating as possible. They seem to just love making conflict and causing issues. When you come across such people, recognize that this is a reflection of their behavior and not yours. Don't degrade yourself and lower yourself to their level, but instead adopt a compassionate stance and maintain your own dignity. Tip 5. The remembrance of God. After recognizing that I am angry, this has to be my number one way of controlling my anger. Whenever I encounter a situation that is really triggering me, or a person that is frustrating me, I stop, take a deep breath, and partake in the remembrance of God. This brings tranquility, calmness, and peace to my heart. It also fosters a sense of God consciousness within me, and helps me to remember that I am accountable for all of my actions, which is vital in situations of conflict when we are more likely to do and say things that we regret. Truly, in the remembrance of God, the hearts find peace. In conclusion, incorporating these 5 tips into my life has been incredibly transformative for me. It allowed me to change from the child who would previously get into arguments and fights with people over small things to someone who can maintain much more cordial relations with others. It has helped me in adopting the garment of self-control when I need it the most, and has helped me to prevent me from opening the Pandora's box of issues, problems, and regrets that come from not adapting self-control and anger management. Of course, anger management is a continual progress. Sometimes we may slip up or lose control, but it's important to maintain honesty, ask for forgiveness from the person that you upset or that is the recipient of your anger, and to try to improve yourself going forwards. I hope these tips have helped, and if there's any other tips that you would like from me, then please leave the comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.